What is going on, everyone? My name is Junie. Today I'm bringing you another episode of Let's Talk. So this gameplay I got from Ranked Play. It was pretty early on, probably like last year, end of last year, and there wasn't that many changes in the esports mode and the settings and stuff. But we basically pretty much destroyed the other team by like over like 150 points or something like that. It was like 250 to like 83 or something like that. So I thought it was a pretty good game, so I'll share it with you guys. But before we get started with the topic, I actually got a new microphone that I'm using right now. It's the Blue Snowball Ice, and it was on sale. It was pretty cheap. It was like 50 bucks after I got like discount and stuff. So I'm using that, but then there's a little bit of echo and stuff. I'm still waiting to get a pop filter, so after I get that, it'll be way more clear than what it is now. But for now, this will do. Before I was using my phone to record my commentary, and it was all right actually. It wasn't that bad. But yeah, so let's get started with the topic of today. Is going to be about people who annoy me. Like it's just really annoying when there's like people who are like discriminating against you, and then I don't know why, but then I just hate everyone else like who are like in my way and blocking my way and stuff. So it's gonna be like a 3-4 stories that I'm gonna share with you guys. So the first story is it actually just happened today. So I was at Shoppers, and then I got like milk, and then I got like some, what was that called? Mouthwash. So I was buying mouthwash and milk. So I went to line up, and there are cashiers and there were numbers, and then you're supposed to line up in that counter. And then there was a gap, and then some people started lining up like behind the cashier, but like pretty far away. And that line that they created was for the photo place. Like it was in Shoppers, so there was a photo section or like a picture section. And then for that specific cashier, you mainly buy like electronic stuff or photo stuff in that section, and then the rest of the store you go into the normal lines, normal cashiers. So I didn't know what they were doing, so they were lining up for no reason at the photo place, and then I just followed the next person in the first register. And then as I walked towards it, this lady behind who was lining up for the photo place was like, "Hey, there's a line." And then I'm like, okay. So I was thinking, okay, if you're gonna be lining up there, like away from the gap, then like going into the first cashier, then sure, like I'll just follow behind you because you're next in line for the first cashier. And then turns out she was waiting in line to go pay at the photo booth. So I was like, what the hell? Like, there's two separate lines. Why do I have to line up before? Why do I have to line up after you to go to a line that I'm not even in a line for? So like people are kind of stupid, and it really pisses me off sometimes. But yeah, after that I saw her go pay at the other line, so I just went to the first cashier and lined up there. There was only a couple people there, so I was like third one, and I noticed a lot of other people lined up behind that freaking lady, and they were all pretty stupid too, because they weren't purchasing any electronic stuff that were required to pay at that specific register. So they were all like lining up behind her, like being stupid. So I didn't care. I just like paid myself and then I left. So that's one example of like pretty stupid people in my life, and they're like annoying and stuff, and they're just like stupid. So I didn't let that get into my like emotions. So, but then I just thought I should share it with you guys, and since it is pretty funny and something to laugh about. Oh, look at this 3-piece. Oh, get the 4-piece. 4 down in the hill, and we got control. So that was pretty amazing. So next story I want to tell you guys is about my girlfriend and I. Whenever we go out to eat at a restaurant, I don't know why, but then like, okay, the Western style restaurant, they're fine. They don't discriminate our ages. But then the Asian restaurant, they discriminate your age like pretty bad. Like I don't understand why though. Like, we have money to pay. Why are you treating old people or like adult people like better than treating like, you know, we're like adults too. It's just we're young adults, you know what I mean? So I don't understand why they give different types of service for depending on your age. I seriously don't understand that. We're both paying customers, so why should you treat one better than the other? So I guess it's like an Asian thing. They don't really care if you're. They don't really respect younger people. So people around their same age they would respect probably, and they also respect elders. So yeah, that's pretty shitty. But then this leads to the next story. So I'm not sure why, but then I think other people have a perception of me looking young, and it's really ridiculous. So I'm 22, turning 23. Yeah, turning 23, and then let's say I go buy a lottery ticket. In Canada, it's 18 or older. You can buy a lottery ticket on your own. So I buy a lottery ticket for my dad, and this didn't just happen once, but it happened multiple times. So I went to the cashier, and they were like, "May I see your ID?" So I was like, thinking in my head, like, really, seriously, do I not look older than 18? So I don't know. That's probably why when my girlfriend and I go out to eat, they don't treat us like as adults, because maybe we look really young and we look like teenagers. So I'm not really 100% sure. So when I turned 18, I tried to buy a ticket. I had to show my ID, and then when I was like 19 or something, I went to try again, and they still had to check my ID. When I was 20, they still check my ID. It doesn't really depend on what I wear also. I tried different like types of clothing. Like I wore a dress shirt once, they checked my ID. I didn't shave my beard, and they checked my ID. So it was really stupid. But then at that time we were at Food Basics, and I went to buy the lottery ticket. My dad actually had a free play ticket, so then he told me to redeem it for him. So I went to redeem it for him and then buy another one. And because my dad was paying for the groceries, he came after. So I was like talking to the lady, and the lady was trying to check my ID, and then my dad walked over. He was like, "Oh, so you have to check his ID?" And then and then the cashier's like, "Yeah, it's standard." And then he checked my ID, and then he asked me what age I was. I was like, I'm like 22. And then he's like, "Oh, you are really?" So, and then she was like to my dad, "Oh, you have your son looks really young and stuff." And we're like, "Yeah, I always get my ID checked whenever I buy a lottery ticket." So I have no idea, but people's perception of me makes me look really young. I have no idea. So at Food Basics another time, I was with my brother buying something, and then there was an old lady who just randomly butted us, and we didn't even know. So she just walked by and then stood in front of us, looked at us, and says, "Oh, sorry, thank you." And then that's it. She got to the spot, and she was an old lady. So then I was like, okay, fine, whatever, man. Like, might as well like not try to make anything serious, just like let her butt. But then it was, I don't know, man. Why are people like this? If you guys have any experiences like this, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.